Approximately. Close to but not exactly. Scientists estimate that approximately 40% of marine species face extinction risks. The project will take approximately 6 months to complete under ideal conditions. Approximately 60% of the students passed the exam, which is a positive outcome. Adhere. Stick to or follow firmly. Students must adhere to the university's strict academic integrity policies at all times. Scientists adhere to rigorous methodologies to maintain the validity of their findings. Drivers must adhere to traffic regulations to ensure road safety and prevent accidents. Concur. Agree or have the same opinion. Researchers concur that mental health directly influences academic performance. Scholars concur that language learning fosters cognitive flexibility and adaptability. Historians concur that technological advancements have shaped modern civilization. Recession. Economic decline over a period. A severe recession often leads to higher unemployment and lower investments. Recession periods significantly impact small businesses and self-employed individuals. The country's economy suffered a deep recession due to declining consumer spending. Permit. Allow or give official permission. Employees must obtain a permit before organizing public demonstrations or protests. Universities permit international students to work part-time under specific conditions. Some nations permit dual citizenship, while others strictly prohibit such arrangements. Barrier. An obstacle preventing progress. Financial barriers prevent many students from pursuing higher education abroad. Strict visa regulations serve as a barrier for skilled professionals seeking employment. One significant barrier to international trade is the complexity of customs regulations. Disguise. Conceal identity or true appearance. The new policy attempts to disguise economic instability as a temporary setback. The study found that sugar in processed foods can disguise unhealthy ingredients. The company tried to disguise its financial losses through misleading annual reports. Commodity. A valuable product or raw material. The scarcity of certain commodities often leads to inflation and economic instability. Gold has long been considered a valuable commodity in times of economic instability. Many developing nations depend on exporting raw commodities for economic growth. Advantage: a beneficial or favorable condition. The advantage of using public transportation is reducing traffic congestion in cities. Having access to modern healthcare is a significant advantage for aging populations. Global trade agreements provide an advantage by lowering tariffs and trade barriers. Surpass: exceed or go beyond expectations. Renewable energy sources are expected to surpass fossil fuels in the near future. Scientific discoveries often surpass initial predictions and transform global industries. Research suggests that renewable energy could soon surpass fossil fuels in efficiency. Regulate: control or maintain rules systematically. Public health policies regulate food safety standards to protect consumer well-being. International bodies regulate trade practices to ensure fair competition across borders. The government must regulate online content to prevent the spread of misinformation. Consumerism: encouragement of buying and consumption. Consumerism drives economic growth but contributes to environmental degradation. Consumerism in developed countries significantly impacts global production and trade. Some scholars believe consumerism encourages excessive debt and financial instability. Ally: a friend or supporter in conflict. Strategic alliances with powerful countries can provide significant economic benefits. Global alliances are critical in managing issues such as pandemics and climate change. Countries that share common values often become allies in international negotiations. Unanimous: fully agreed upon by everyone. A unanimous vote in favor of the new law showed widespread political agreement. The jury reached a unanimous verdict after carefully considering all available evidence. The decision to implement the new policy was unanimous among the board members. Conceal: hide or keep something secret. It is essential to conceal personal data when sharing information online for privacy. Some corporations conceal harmful side effects of their products to protect profits. He tried to conceal his feelings of frustration behind a calm and composed demeanor. Consolidate. Strengthen or combine into one. Efforts to consolidate environmental policies can streamline governmental actions. To consolidate learning, students should review material regularly before the exam. The company aims to consolidate its market position through strategic partnerships. Vacant. Empty, unoccupied, or without activity. There are many vacant positions in the healthcare sector due to staffing shortages. The land remained vacant for decades, awaiting investment for urban development. Unused and vacant spaces can be repurposed for community development projects. Acute. Sharp, intense, or highly sensitive. An acute shortage of medical supplies in the region calls for immediate attention. Acute financial instability can lead to widespread social unrest and dissatisfaction. The country's acute environmental issues require urgent governmental intervention. Procrastinate. Delay or postpone doing something. Chronic procrastination can negatively affect one's mental and physical well-being. Procrastination often leads to incomplete tasks and can diminish overall productivity. Academic success is often hindered by the tendency to procrastinate on assignments. Monopoly. Exclusive control over a market. A monopoly may harm consumers by reducing options and driving up product costs. Government regulation is crucial to prevent the formation of monopolies in markets. Laws against monopolies exist to maintain healthy competition and consumer welfare. Undermine. Weaken or gradually ruin something. Financial instability can undermine consumer confidence and hurt the economy. Unclear regulations may undermine the effectiveness of national education systems. The media's portrayal of the situation could undermine efforts to resolve the conflict. Acknowledge. Recognize or admit something true. It is important to acknowledge the contributions of others in collaborative projects. Researchers must acknowledge the limitations of their studies to maintain credibility. Many leaders fail to acknowledge the impact of their policies on marginalized groups. Inflation. Increase in prices and reduced value. Inflation can erode savings, making it more difficult for people to maintain wealth. Inflationary pressures in the housing market are a key issue in urban development. High inflation can destabilize the economy, leading to a potential long-term recession. Costly. Expensive or causing great loss. Legal battles can be extremely costly, often causing financial strain on organizations. Higher education can be costly, making it inaccessible to many low-income students. The construction of the new highway proved to be a costly investment for taxpayers. Activate. Make something start working. Activating new technologies can improve efficiency and reduce operational costs. Mobile applications often activate notifications to keep users informed in real time. New technologies can activate quicker responses to public health crises, saving lives. Bankruptcy. Legal state of financial failure. Rising debts and poor management can lead to the bankruptcy of many businesses. In some cases, bankruptcy can result in a restructuring of the company's operations. Bankruptcy protection allows individuals to start fresh, free from overwhelming debt. Assemble. Gather or put things together. Volunteers will assemble at the designated site to organize the community event. The researchers will assemble data from various sources to support their hypothesis. It's important to assemble all relevant documents before submitting your application. Constant. Continuous and unchanging over time. A constant flow of information can overwhelm students during their final exams. The constant influx of information in modern society can be overwhelming for many. A constant effort to innovate is essential for maintaining a competitive business edge. Pioneering. Introducing new ideas or innovations. The company's pioneering approach to customer service set a new industry standard. Her pioneering research in renewable energy has earned her international recognition. The pioneering ideas behind social media have transformed the way we communicate. Obesity. Excessive body fat accumulation. Childhood obesity has become a serious concern, affecting millions of young people. Government initiatives must address obesity by promoting healthier lifestyle choices. Efforts to reduce obesity should focus on education and accessibility to healthier food. Contemplate. Think deeply or consider carefully. It's essential to contemplate the long-term impacts of economic policies on society. Students must contemplate various career options before choosing their future path. Politicians should contemplate the needs of future generations when making policies. Include. Contain as part of something. The event will include workshops on climate change, sustainability, and conservation. Proper nutrition should include a balance of protein, vitamins, and essential minerals. The report must include data from multiple sources to ensure accuracy and credibility. Diverse. Varied or having different elements. Urban areas are often home to diverse populations, creating vibrant communities. A diverse workforce is essential for fostering innovation and creativity in businesses. The company prides itself on having a diverse range of products catering to all needs. Depression. Persistent sadness or severe economic downturn. Economic downturns often lead to an increase in depression and unemployment rates. Economic policies that reduce poverty could help alleviate rates of depression globally. Addressing the root causes of depression requires holistic approaches to mental health. Invigorate. Give energy or refresh strength. A revitalized economy can invigorate the public's confidence in government policies. Regular exercise can invigorate both the body and mind, improving overall well-being. Fresh air and sunlight can invigorate students, helping them stay focused during class. Appear. Become visible or come into sight. The new technology may appear complex, but it offers numerous benefits over time. The study's results appear to support the hypothesis proposed earlier in the paper. The proposal will likely appear reasonable to those unfamiliar with the complex details. Crucial. Extremely important or essential for success. Understanding global issues is crucial for students in today's interconnected world. Innovation is crucial to the development of the technology sector in many countries. Critical thinking is crucial for students to succeed in academic and professional settings. Endurance. Ability to withstand hardship or prolonged effort. The project requires significant endurance to meet its long-term goals and deadlines. Regular physical activity helps increase endurance and overall health in the long run. The team's endurance was tested during the grueling marathon, but they persevered. Empower. Give authority, confidence, or control to someone. Education can empower individuals to overcome poverty and build brighter futures. Non-profits aim to empower people by providing tools and opportunities for growth. Training programs aim to empower students with the skills needed for future careers. Approve. Officially accept or agree to something. The board of directors must approve the budget before any new projects can begin. It's essential that both parties approve the contract before finalizing the agreement. Government officials must approve regulations that ensure public health and safety. Deficiency. Lack of something essential or necessary. Iron deficiency often results from poor diet or certain underlying health conditions. Soil nutrient deficiencies can reduce agricultural productivity and affect food supply. To avoid deficiency, it's important to maintain a balanced diet with essential vitamins. Prevention. Action taken to stop something from happening. Mental health awareness is essential for the prevention of depression and anxiety. Early detection and prevention of diseases can significantly reduce healthcare costs. Disease prevention programs in schools help raise awareness about healthy lifestyles. Deter. Discourage or prevent through fear or doubt. Financial incentives can deter students from dropping out of school prematurely. Public awareness campaigns can deter people from engaging in unhealthy habits. Strict regulations are implemented to deter companies from unethical practices. Isolate. Separate from others or keep apart. Countries may isolate themselves to protect their local industries from competition. It is important to isolate patients with contagious diseases to prevent further spread. The hospital will isolate those with severe symptoms to prevent cross-contamination. Amendment. A change or improvement to a law. The proposed amendment would reduce the tax burden on middle-class families. The amendment made to the contract addresses concerns raised by both parties. Amendments to the Constitution are critical to ensuring a fair and just legal system. Deterioration. Process of becoming worse or declining. Climate change accelerates the deterioration of natural ecosystems and biodiversity. The rapid deterioration of cultural heritage sites requires urgent conservation efforts. Environmental deterioration is a serious issue affecting biodiversity and ecosystems. Affiliate. Officially connect with a group or organization. International organizations affiliate with local groups to address global challenges. Individuals may affiliate with professional associations to enhance career prospects. Several universities affiliate with global partners to offer diverse exchange programs. Broad. Wide in extent or scope. A broad diversity of opinions is necessary for meaningful discussions on global issues. A broad range of courses is offered to students pursuing different academic interests. Broad educational reforms are required to ensure equitable access to quality learning. Hygiene. Practices that maintain cleanliness and health. Mental health can be improved through maintaining hygiene and self-care routines. Public health campaigns focus on educating people about the importance of hygiene. Personal hygiene habits like regular bathing help prevent skin infections and diseases. Intimidate. Frighten or threaten someone into submission. Authorities should not intimidate citizens who express their opinions during protests. The intimidating presence of the police can discourage illegal activity in public spaces. Legal threats may be used to intimidate individuals into settling disputes out of court. Straightforward. Simple, direct, and easy to understand. The process for applying to the program is straightforward and easy to understand. The design of the application is straightforward, ensuring a seamless user experience. To resolve the issue, a straightforward solution that addresses all concerns is needed. Erosion. Gradual destruction by natural forces. The rapid erosion of coastal areas is caused by both human activities and nature. Erosion can significantly impact agricultural lands, reducing soil quality over time. Urbanization has led to the erosion of traditional cultural practices in many regions. Bureaucracy. A complex administrative system with strict rules. The growth of bureaucracy in large organizations can stifle creativity and innovation. The complexity of bureaucracy often frustrates citizens seeking government services. Reforms are necessary to reduce the complexity of bureaucracy in public institutions. Accomplish. Successfully complete a task or goal. Through consistent effort, the students accomplished high marks in their final exams. If we collaborate effectively, we can accomplish the objectives set out in the proposal. The government must focus on strategies to accomplish sustainable economic growth. Finally, after a long time or process ends. After a long debate, the committee finally reached a consensus on the new policy. Finally, after years of research, the team succeeded in developing a viable solution. Finally, the law enforcement agencies caught the criminal responsible for the crime. Natural. Existing in nature, not artificial. The government should prioritize the conservation of natural habitats for wildlife. Natural resources, such as water and oil, are finite and require careful management. Natural beauty products are gaining popularity due to their perceived health benefits. Arbitrary. Based on random choice, not reason. Some argue that the allocation of resources in certain countries is often arbitrary. The judge's arbitrary ruling sparked controversy and raised questions about fairness. The teacher's arbitrary decision to cancel the class caused frustration among students. Rampant. Spreading uncontrollably or widespread. Corruption is rampant in many industries, affecting both public and private sectors. The spread of misinformation on social media has become rampant in recent years. The rise of cybercrime is rampant, challenging law enforcement agencies worldwide. Prioritize. Arrange tasks by importance or urgency. In healthcare, it's important to prioritize patient safety and well-being above all else. In times of crisis, governments must prioritize emergency response and relief efforts. It is crucial for policymakers to prioritize long-term sustainability over short-term gains. Maximum. Greatest possible amount or extent. The maximum speed limit on highways is designed to ensure the safety of all drivers. The goal is to achieve the maximum return on investment through strategic planning. Education systems must strive for maximum inclusion and equal opportunities for all. Contamination. Making something impure or polluted. Oil spills often lead to the contamination of marine ecosystems, harming aquatic life. Contamination of soil with chemicals can render agricultural land unfit for cultivation. The contamination of rivers and lakes threatens both biodiversity and human health. Outlaw. Prohibit or declare illegal by law. Many countries have passed laws to outlaw animal testing for cosmetic products. Outlawing smoking in public places has significantly improved public health outcomes. Policies should be enforced to outlaw practices that undermine democratic principles. Interrupt. Stop or hinder an action or conversation. The ongoing construction work frequently interrupts the daily life of local residents. It is impolite to interrupt someone when they are explaining their point in a debate. Interrupting others during a discussion can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts. Abundant. Existing in large amounts or plentiful. The market offers abundant options for consumers looking for affordable housing. The city is abundant in cultural landmarks, attracting tourists from around the world. The soil in this region is abundant in nutrients, supporting the growth of diverse crops. Complication. A difficult situation or problem. The complication of transportation infrastructure delays development in many cities. One complication of the disease is the development of chronic fatigue and weakness. His lack of experience became a complication during the complex negotiation process. Anticipate. Expect or predict something before happening. It's essential to anticipate future challenges in order to develop effective strategies. Governments must anticipate the effects of climate change and prepare accordingly. Many experts anticipate economic growth, despite recent financial market fluctuations. Backward. Directed toward the past or behind. The country's backward economic policies have hindered its growth and progress. The backward nature of the healthcare system in certain areas exacerbates poverty. Societies that remain backward in terms of gender equality face significant challenges. Archive. Store historical documents or important information. Archives play a crucial role in preserving important records and cultural heritage. Companies often archive old data for future reference and potential legal purposes. The preservation of archives allows researchers to trace the development of societies. Alleviate. Reduce or ease pain or suffering. Economic reforms are essential to alleviate the burden of unemployment on society. Policies aimed at improving public health can alleviate the burden of chronic diseases. Proper urban planning can alleviate congestion in major cities, improving quality of life. Promote. Encourage or advance something or someone. Social media campaigns can promote important public health messages effectively. Laws promoting gender equality can help reduce discrimination and foster inclusivity. Public transportation systems should be promoted to reduce traffic and air pollution. Discrimination. Unfair treatment based on differences. Legal reforms must aim to eliminate discrimination in the workplace and education. Discrimination based on race or gender is a major challenge in many societies today. Efforts to combat discrimination should focus on promoting equal opportunities for all. Disorder. A state of confusion or medical condition. Mental health disorders can disrupt daily life, affecting both work and relationships. Social disorder often arises from a lack of effective communication and cooperation. Eating disorders, such as anorexia, can have serious consequences if not treated early. Urban. Relating to cities or densely populated areas. Urban planning must consider both the social and environmental impacts of growth. Urban development must consider the preservation of green spaces and biodiversity. Public transportation systems are essential in urban areas to reduce traffic congestion. Efficient. Achieving maximum productivity with minimal waste. Efficient use of resources can significantly reduce environmental impact and waste. Renewable energy sources provide a more efficient solution to global energy needs. An efficient transportation system reduces congestion and improves urban mobility. Articulate. Express clearly in speech or writing. Researchers must be articulate when presenting their findings to a wider audience. Public speakers must articulate their messages confidently to engage their audience. The ability to articulate one's thoughts is essential for success in professional settings. Sovereignty. Supreme power or authority over territory. National sovereignty is a fundamental principle of international law and diplomacy. Sovereignty over natural resources should be a priority for governments worldwide. National sovereignty must be respected, especially in matters of territorial integrity. Preserve. Keep something safe or in good condition. Efforts to preserve cultural heritage are crucial for maintaining national identities. It is essential to preserve cultural heritage to maintain a society's identity and history. Efforts to preserve biodiversity are crucial for maintaining ecological balance on Earth. Biodiversity. Variety of life in an ecosystem. Deforestation poses a significant threat to biodiversity, causing species extinction. Biodiversity is essential for agricultural productivity and ecosystem services globally. Studies show that biodiversity loss can have severe consequences for human health. Safeguard. Protect from harm or danger. Effective policies safeguard citizens' rights while maintaining public safety and order. International treaties safeguard peace between conflicting nations, preventing wars. Technology can safeguard personal data, preventing privacy breaches and cybercrimes. Amendment. A change or addition to a law. The Constitution was amended to reflect the changing values of modern society. Constitutional amendments can significantly alter the balance of power in a nation. A proposed amendment to the law aims to protect workers' rights more effectively. Courteous. Polite, respectful, and considerate in behavior. Being courteous during debates ensures respectful exchanges of differing opinions. It is important to be courteous when interacting with people from different cultures. A courteous response to complaints can often resolve conflicts and misunderstandings. Artifact. Man-made object of historical significance. Each artifact from the excavation provided invaluable insights into early human life. Museums exhibit artifacts to educate the public about historical and cultural heritage. Museums preserve artifacts that represent the historical heritage of different societies. Work shift. Assigned working hours in a job. Employees working in shifts can ensure continuous production in industrial sectors. Work shifts allow companies to operate efficiently, even during non-business hours. Flexible work shifts help employees balance work and family commitments effectively. Conflicting. Opposing or contradictory ideas. The conflicting views on climate change policies highlight the complexity of the issue. The conflicting evidence presented in the trial complicated the jury's decision-making. The conflicting interests of the stakeholders complicated the decision-making process. Permanent. Lasting forever or indefinitely. The damage caused by the storm left permanent scars on the town's infrastructure. Over time, certain behaviors become permanent habits that shape personal identity. Many species are facing permanent extinction due to habitat loss and human activity. Mainstream. Widely accepted by most people. Over the years, online shopping has become a mainstream way of purchasing goods. The trend toward sustainable fashion is gaining momentum in the mainstream market. As technology evolves, once niche products gradually become part of the mainstream. Intelligence. Ability to learn, reason, and understand. Schools should emphasize both academic intelligence and creativity in their curricula. Cognitive intelligence alone cannot ensure success without strong interpersonal skills. Emotional intelligence plays a significant role in effective leadership and management. Propaganda. Biased information used to influence opinions. Propaganda campaigns during historical conflicts have often led to widespread fear. Political propaganda can manipulate public opinion by spreading biased information. Propaganda in the media can shape societal values and influence consumer behavior. Condemn. Strongly disapprove or criticize something. The government was quick to condemn the violent actions of the extremist group. Leaders worldwide condemned the attack on democratic institutions as undemocratic. The court condemned the defendant's actions, punishing him to a lengthy prison term. Zenith. The highest or most successful point. The company reached its zenith during the late 1990s, before experiencing a decline. At the zenith of his career, he received numerous prestigious awards for excellence. The zenith of technological development was marked by the creation of the Internet. Emergence. The process of coming into existence. The emergence of new technologies is changing the landscape of global industries. The emergence of online education platforms has revolutionized traditional learning. The emergence of a global market has made international trade more interconnected. Assurance. A promise or confidence in something. The government offered assurance that the new laws would protect workers' rights. I need assurance that the company will meet its environmental sustainability targets. The assurance of job stability encouraged many workers to stay with the organization. Racism. Discrimination based on race or ethnicity. Racism in the workplace can lead to a toxic environment and hinder productivity. Addressing racism requires collective action from both individuals and institutions. Addressing racism requires both individual and systemic changes to create equality. Distortion. Twisting or misrepresenting facts. The distortion of facts in the media can mislead the public and create confusion. Distortion of the truth can have severe consequences for both individuals and society. The distortion of the environment through pollution poses serious risks to biodiversity. Productivity. Efficiency in producing goods or results. Productivity can be enhanced through focused and well-organized work processes. Sustainable practices are crucial to maintaining long-term productivity in industries. Remote work environments have proven to increase productivity for many individuals. Ancestor. A person from whom one descends. Understanding ancestor migration patterns can offer insight into historical events. Ancestral knowledge and traditions play a crucial role in preserving cultural heritage. Our ancestors faced many challenges, but their resilience shaped our current society. Work-life balance. Equal time for work and personal life. Work-life balance is crucial to prevent burnout and increase employee satisfaction. Maintaining a healthy work-life balance encourages long-term career sustainability. Achieving a work-life balance is essential for maintaining mental and physical health. Census. Official population count or survey. A national census helps policymakers allocate resources based on population data. The government conducted a census to assess the country's demographic changes. The national census helps governments allocate resources based on population needs. Incentive. Motivation or reward for doing something. Governments offer tax incentives to encourage businesses to invest in innovation. Incentives like bonuses can significantly improve motivation and work productivity. Social incentives encourage individuals to participate in community service projects. Deterioration. Process of becoming worse over time. Air pollution contributes to the deterioration of the environment and public health. Without proper maintenance, the deterioration of infrastructure can disrupt daily life. Economic deterioration is often caused by poor financial management and corruption. Entrepreneur. Someone who starts a business. Successful entrepreneurs possess qualities such as innovation, resilience, and vision. The number of young entrepreneurs has been growing due to increased opportunities. Education in entrepreneurship equips individuals with the skills to succeed in business. Comply. Follow rules or instructions. Employees are required to comply with workplace safety standards to avoid accidents. Governments must ensure that industries comply with environmental protection laws. Schools are required to comply with national standards for curriculum and assessment. Job security. Assurance of employment stability. Technological advancements sometimes threaten job security in certain industries. A company's financial stability contributes to the overall job security of employees. Strong job security leads to higher employee morale and greater work commitment. Analogy. Comparison highlighting similarities. Analogies often help readers relate new ideas to familiar experiences or knowledge. The analogy of a puzzle is often used to describe how different elements fit together. The analogy of a growing economy to a flourishing garden helps illustrate the process. Breeding. Producing offspring or raising animals. The Internet has been breeding misinformation at an unprecedented rate globally. Ethical considerations must be addressed in animal breeding practices for research. Sustainable breeding practices are crucial to preventing genetic defects in livestock. Intensify. Increase in strength, degree, or force. Climate change will intensify extreme weather events, such as floods and droughts. As competition in the industry intensifies, companies must innovate to stay relevant. Global warming will likely intensify if no major interventions are implemented soon. Role model. Someone admired and imitated by others. A positive role model can inspire young individuals to pursue their goals effectively. Parents and teachers should serve as role models to guide children's development. A good role model encourages others to strive for excellence and self-improvement. Accelerate. Increase the speed or progress of something. International cooperation is needed to accelerate efforts against global health crises. Automation will likely accelerate unemployment in certain manual labor sectors soon. Companies must accelerate innovation to maintain competitiveness in global markets. Discipline. Training to improve behavior or skills. Parents should enforce discipline in children to encourage responsibility and respect. Effective discipline strategies in schools contribute to a positive learning environment. Sports require discipline to maintain physical fitness and achieve competitive success. Truancy. Unexcused absence from school or duties. Excessive truancy often leads to legal consequences for both students and parents. The rise in truancy rates has become a significant concern for educators worldwide. Strict truancy laws have been implemented to reduce absenteeism in public schools. Traverse. Travel across or through a place. Researchers have to traverse difficult terrains to gather accurate geographical data. Students often traverse new academic challenges in their transition to university life. Students need to traverse different cultural hurdles when studying abroad successfully. Bullying. Repeated aggressive behavior towards someone weaker. Bullying in schools can lead to long-term psychological effects for students involved. Authorities must implement strict policies to prevent and address bullying behaviors. Parental involvement is crucial to preventing bullying among primary school students. Adolescent. A young person transitioning into adulthood. Peer pressure often influences adolescent decision-making and risk-taking behaviors. Adolescents must learn how to navigate complex social and academic environments. Adolescents tend to experience rapid emotional and physical changes during puberty. Upbringing. The way someone is raised or educated. Education, along with upbringing, affects a child's social and emotional development. Upbringing based on discipline fosters greater academic and professional success later. Poor upbringing environments often lead to emotional instability and social difficulties. Reconcile. Restore friendly relations after conflict. It's difficult to reconcile individual ambitions with collective organizational goals. Politicians must reconcile opposing factions to maintain social harmony and peace. Efforts to reconcile different cultural practices require patience and understanding. Nurture. Support or care for growth and development. Companies should nurture innovation to maintain a competitive edge in the market. Parents must nurture children's creativity to prepare them for a dynamic workforce. Nurture resilience by encouraging students to view setbacks as growth opportunities. Emphasize. Give special importance or stress. Researchers often emphasize the role of data analysis in drawing valid conclusions. The study emphasizes how socioeconomic factors influence educational outcomes. Policies should emphasize environmental sustainability to protect future generations. Breadwinner. Main provider of income in a family. Women have increasingly become the breadwinners in many households globally. In many families, the father is often considered the primary breadwinner in society. Economic changes have redefined the traditional role of the breadwinner in families. Peer pressure. Influence from people of same age. Educational programs should teach students how to resist negative peer pressure. Peer pressure may lead students to prioritize social acceptance over academic goals. Schools should educate students about handling peer pressure in difficult situations. Optimize. Make the best use of something. Companies must optimize their resources to maintain financial stability and growth. Advanced algorithms optimize data processing for faster and more accurate results. Businesses must optimize their operations to remain competitive in global markets. Conjecture. A guess based on incomplete information. Without clear data, any conjecture regarding the outcome remains highly unreliable. The professor dismissed the student's conjecture as purely speculative and unproven. Historical research sometimes relies heavily on conjecture and fragmentary evidence. Dismantle. Take apart or remove systematically. Protesters demanded authorities dismantle laws restricting freedom of speech. Policymakers aim to dismantle unnecessary bureaucratic hurdles in public services. The government aims to dismantle inefficient policies that hinder economic growth. Constitution. Fundamental principles governing a nation. Constitutional amendments reflect evolving societal values and legal perspectives. The country's constitution guarantees fundamental human rights and civil liberties. Amending the Constitution requires extensive legislative approval and public support. Delegate. Assign tasks or authority to others. The manager must delegate tasks efficiently to improve overall team productivity. Clear instructions are crucial when leaders delegate authority to junior employees. It's essential to delegate work to maintain productivity and avoid unnecessary stress. Horizontal. Parallel to the ground or level. Horizontal drilling techniques have improved oil extraction efficiency significantly. In some cases, horizontal diversification helps companies minimize risks effectively. The earthquake caused severe horizontal displacement of the building's foundation. Exposure. Being subjected to external conditions. Prolonged exposure to pollution can have serious health consequences for residents. Exposure to modern technology is essential for staying competitive in the job market. Limited exposure to technology hampers students' digital literacy development today. Hinder. Create obstacles or slow progress. Financial constraints often hinder students from pursuing higher education abroad. Excessive bureaucracy can hinder economic development and foreign investments. Environmental degradation can hinder sustainable economic growth in many regions. Arbitration. Settling disputes through a neutral mediator. Arbitration provides a cost-effective alternative to lengthy legal disputes in court. The company turned to arbitration to resolve the disagreement between partners. The arbitration process requires both parties to accept a neutral mediator's decision. Tranquil. Calm, peaceful, and free from disturbance. Coastal regions often provide a tranquil retreat from urban life's hectic demands. A tranquil environment is essential for productive studying and focused thinking. In the early morning, the tranquil silence of the beach was breathtakingly peaceful. Fellow. A companion, colleague, or equal. Helping fellow community members fosters a culture of kindness and cooperation. Engaging in discussions with fellow students broadens one's intellectual perspective. As a fellow researcher, she contributed valuable insights to the scientific community. Combat. Engage in fighting or battle. Effective strategies are required to combat misinformation on digital platforms. Educational programs combat illiteracy by providing accessible learning resources. International cooperation is essential to combat terrorism and ensure global peace. Bureaucracy. Complex system of administration and regulations. Bureaucracy often stifles creativity and innovation within governmental institutions. Corruption within bureaucracy undermines public trust in governmental institutions. Reducing government bureaucracy can facilitate faster approval of business startups. In-depth. Thorough and detailed analysis or discussion. The study offers an in-depth exploration of renewable energy's potential benefits. The report contains an in-depth examination of pollution's long-term consequences. In-depth analysis helps policymakers craft more effective and sustainable legislation. Contribute. Give or add to a cause. Effective teamwork contributes to higher productivity and innovation in workplaces. Tourism contributes substantially to a country's economy by generating employment. Urbanization contributes to both economic progress and environmental degradation. Sanction. Official approval or penalty for disobedience. Many countries lifted sanctions after diplomatic negotiations led to policy changes. Trade sanctions can severely impact a country's economy and international relations. The Council decided to sanction the proposal after thorough examination and debate. Moderate. Not extreme, within reasonable limits. A moderate diet is essential for maintaining good health and preventing diseases. Moderate reforms are sometimes more effective than radical, sweeping changes. Moderate political views tend to attract wider public support and long-term stability. Collaboration. Working together to achieve a goal. Collaboration in academic research enhances the credibility and reach of findings. Effective collaboration between governments improves disaster response strategies. Open communication is a key component of successful collaboration in organizations. Cope with. Manage or deal with difficulties. Many countries struggle to cope with the increasing demand for healthcare services. Psychological support is essential for people to cope with traumatic life experiences. To cope with climate change, nations must adopt sustainable environmental practices. Referendum. A public vote on a political decision. The citizens demanded a referendum to express their opinion on taxation reforms. Holding a referendum ensures public involvement in major governmental decisions. The citizens demanded a referendum to express their opinion on taxation reforms. Trust. Belief in someone's reliability or honesty. The lack of trust in government policies often leads to widespread public skepticism. A transparent legal system is essential to maintaining trust in democratic institutions. The erosion of trust in media sources has fueled the spread of misinformation globally. Compelling. Attracting strong interest or admiration. His compelling speech inspired youth participation in environmental movements. Strong leadership and compelling vision drive organizational success and innovation. A compelling argument is necessary to persuade policymakers to implement change. Persuade. Convince someone to believe or act. Politicians often persuade voters by appealing to their emotions rather than facts. Teachers often persuade students to pursue higher education opportunities abroad. Advertisements aim to persuade consumers through emotional and rational appeals. Bilateral. Involving two sides or parties. The two nations signed a bilateral agreement to enhance economic cooperation. A bilateral approach to diplomacy fosters stronger international relations and trust. Bilateral negotiations require mutual understanding and willingness to compromise. Habitually. Done repeatedly or as a habit. People who habitually exercise tend to maintain better physical and mental health. Habitually procrastinating can lead to unnecessary stress and reduced productivity. Studies show that habitually eating unhealthy foods can increase the risk of obesity. Privacy. The right to keep personal matters confidential. Many people sacrifice privacy for convenience when using social media platforms. Privacy concerns have increased due to widespread surveillance and data breaches. Governments must balance national security measures with citizens' right to privacy. Urge. A strong desire, or to strongly encourage. Scientists urge immediate action to address the consequences of climate change. Researchers urge more funding for medical advancements and disease prevention. Environmentalists urge governments to implement stricter policies against pollution. Legislation. Laws made or enacted by governments. New legislation aims to reduce carbon emissions and promote renewable energy. Strong legislation is necessary to protect endangered species from illegal poaching. Strict legislation is essential in preventing financial fraud and corporate misconduct. Safety. Protection from harm, danger, or risk. Technology companies must implement robust safety measures to protect user data. Personal safety apps have become essential tools for travelers in unfamiliar locations. Workplace safety regulations protect employees from hazardous working conditions. Arid. Extremely dry with little rainfall. The arid climate of deserts makes agriculture nearly impossible without irrigation. The government initiated afforestation projects to combat soil erosion in arid zones. Agriculture struggles to survive in extremely arid regions without irrigation systems. Manifestation. Visible expression of a concept. Technological innovation is a manifestation of human creativity and determination. The manifestation of economic inequality can lead to social unrest in many societies. Climate change is a manifestation of the excessive human impact on the environment. Generalize. Make broad statements from specific cases. It is dangerous to generalize complex social problems without sufficient evidence. Researchers caution against attempts to generalize results beyond specific contexts. We should avoid attempts to generalize cultural behaviors across different societies. Confess. Admit wrongdoing or reveal the truth. It is important for individuals to confess their mistakes in order to learn from them. She refused to confess her involvement, despite the overwhelming proof against her. Corporate. Related to large businesses or companies. Transparency in corporate governance builds trust among investors and customers. The corporate world is highly competitive, requiring employees to constantly upskill. Some corporate executives earn significantly more than their lower-level employees. Influencer. Someone who affects others' decisions. Influencer endorsements can significantly impact consumer purchasing decisions. Many teenagers aspire to become an influencer because of the glamorous lifestyle. Social media influencer marketing has become a powerful tool for brand promotion. Capable. Having the ability to do something. She is capable of handling complex problems with efficiency and logical reasoning. The research team was capable of finding innovative solutions to global challenges. She is highly capable of managing large projects under tight deadlines and pressure. Assert. State confidently or firmly. Effective communication allows people to assert their ideas without causing conflict. It is important for employees to assert their rights within the workplace environment. Nations often assert sovereignty when foreign interests threaten national resources. Catastrophe. A sudden disaster causing great damage. Financial mismanagement caused a catastrophe for the once thriving corporation. A technological catastrophe could occur if cybersecurity measures are not improved. The oil spill was an environmental catastrophe, damaging marine life and ecosystems. Bias. Unfair preference or prejudice. Teachers should recognize their biases to ensure equal treatment of all students. Bias in scientific research can lead to misleading conclusions and unethical practices. Gender bias in the workplace prevents many women from advancing in their careers. Coherent. Logical, clear, and well-connected. To be persuasive, an argument must be coherent and supported by strong evidence. Without proper organization, ideas become scattered and lack a coherent structure. Effective communication relies on presenting ideas in a coherent and logical manner. Mature. Fully developed physically or mentally. The company prefers hiring mature candidates with extensive industry experience. As a mature adult, she demonstrated leadership skills and excellent decision-making. Mature individuals handle conflicts calmly and constructively in professional settings. Censorship. Suppression of information or speech. Government censorship limits freedom of expression and stifles political dissent. Historical censorship efforts have suppressed revolutionary scientific discoveries. Internet censorship restricts access to diverse viewpoints and academic resources. Violation. Breaking a law or rule. The new policy aims to prevent any further violation of intellectual property rights. The violation of data privacy laws has caused significant public outrage and distrust. Strict penalties are necessary to deter the violation of environmental protection laws. Combine. Mix or bring together different elements. Successful marketing strategies combine emotional appeal and logical persuasion. Companies often combine online and offline marketing strategies to maximize sales. Political movements often combine diverse groups with different goals and agendas. Trend. A popular direction or tendency. A global trend toward renewable energy sources is becoming increasingly evident. The trend of globalization has led to increased cultural exchange between countries. The trend in fashion has shifted from minimalistic to more vibrant and eclectic styles. Depletion. Reduction or exhaustion of resources. Depletion of groundwater resources poses serious challenges for future generations. The depletion of natural resources threatens the sustainability of future generations. The depletion of soil nutrients affects agricultural productivity in developing countries. Hinder. Slow down or obstruct progress. Poor infrastructure can significantly hinder economic development in rural regions. Unreliable internet access may hinder digital learning opportunities in remote areas. Cultural barriers often hinder effective communication in multinational corporations. Eradication. Complete destruction or elimination. The complete eradication of corruption requires strict law enforcement measures. Eradication of hunger demands coordinated efforts among all global communities. Successful eradication of crime needs community support and strong governance. Artificial. Made by humans, not natural. Many people are concerned about artificial intelligence replacing human workers. Artificial intelligence raises ethical concerns regarding data privacy and autonomy. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing healthcare through advanced diagnostic tools. Shrink. Become smaller in size. Water supplies shrink in drought-prone areas, affecting agriculture and livelihoods. As the company faces financial difficulties, its workforce has begun to shrink steadily. With each passing year, the habitat of endangered species continues to shrink rapidly. Cybercrime. Criminal activity using computers or networks. Law enforcement agencies struggle to keep pace with growing cybercrime trends. Law enforcement agencies struggle to keep up with evolving cybercrime techniques. Cybercrime poses a severe threat to both individuals and multinational corporations. Assistance. Help or support for someone. The government provided financial assistance to families affected by the disaster. Seeking professional assistance is often the best way to tackle complex legal issues. Volunteers offered assistance to those stranded after the unexpected flood occurred. Lenient. Not strict or harsh in punishment. Many parents argue that school policies should be less lenient regarding cheating. Although the school has a lenient dress code, some students still challenge the rules. A lenient approach to punishment can sometimes lead to undesirable consequences. Endorsement. Public approval or support for something. The product's success relied heavily on the public endorsement of influential figures. Many celebrities have given their endorsement to environmentally friendly initiatives. She received a glowing endorsement from her former employer, aiding her job search.